For me, last year, it was a growing period for me. I didn't have the best season, so I came in this season, learning from that, made sure I stay relaxed at the plate. Just played my game, to be honest with you. I didn't really pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to stats. I just play the game. You know, that hits come, hits go. Whatever happens, happens. Really. You know, end of the night, things have to come to an end. That's all, really. It's an honor, but I would trade that record for wins. I'm here to win, and so what? I have a record. That doesn't change the fact that we need to win games, and we are going to win games. So I had learned it mid-game. I came to third. Coach told me, and that was that. Just played my game. You know, I trust myself, trust my skills, trust my guys behind me. You know, I play one position. There's 8 other ones that my guys have to fill, and I trust them to do that. So really, just that trust aspect and trust myself and my guys really makes it a lot easier. Mental, really. You know, last year I would speed up my bats mentally, just think a lot, and now I kind of step out, take a breath, have a simple approach, hit the ball, try and get it backside, hit where it's pitched, react curveball. You know, keep it real simple, stay relaxed, just hit the ball.
I think he's a story of a guy who just shows up every day with his lunch pail and gets to work. He's a blue-collar dude. He's a great teammate. Going to be a tremendous player. You know, unbelievable, you know, the upside that guy's had. One of the best guys I've ever coached. One of the best people I've ever coached, too. So we're thankful to have him in our program. You know, when I came over here, when I was trying to make a decision on whether or not I was going to come over and try to, you know, start being a head coach, came out here and watched the JV game, and he was out there playing shortstop, diving, making plays, communicating, doing all the things that great players do. And it was in that moment I was here with Coach Allison, and you know, just having him over here and seeing the energy he brought and what he brought to the table as a player and a leader, it was a deciding factor in us coming over here. And I have no problem saying he's a guy we're building a program around, him and a lot more, but seeing the energy and seeing the way he leads and everything, it meant a lot to me, and it's no shock to me the success he's having. You know, the thing for him is that it's just beginning. So he's a guy who's got a very high ceiling and is going to do a lot of great things, not just with us, but beyond, you know, beyond his years playing at Trinity. You know, he started third base for us last year as a freshman, and you know, I think for us as a coaching staff, we just made a decision. We're going to throw that guy in the fire, let him take his lumps a little bit, and you know, a lot of positive came from that, but a lot of growth happened from that too. And you know, I'm very, very proud of him because, you know, he's really become a complete player over the course of the last 365 days and stepped into a role where, you know, he's a guy we count on night in and night out. Threw significant innings for us last year on the mound as our closer. Haven't had a chance to get him out there on the mound much this year because he's been so valuable for us defensively. But like I said, you know, just a very bright future for him, and we're thankful he's a Titan. I think for him in the offseason, we spent a lot of time, you know, he's a guy who spends a lot of time working on his craft, and there were some mechanical things he tried to fix in the offseason with us and some of his other coaches, and he did a great job for that, or with that. But I think the thing that really changed for him was he started, you know, because he was a good pitcher for us, he started thinking, going into the plate, thinking about ways if he was a pitcher, how would he get himself out? And as a hitter, you know, he did the things that great hitters do, great players do. They make adjustments. They start, you know, he replays at bats at the end of the night, thinking about, you know, what was my intent, what was I looking for, what did I see, and I really think it's what you know, you look at the greatest hitters in the game, they all do things like that. It's not just a mechanical thing. I think his approach has gotten a lot better. And, you know, he didn't, I mean, we very rarely talked about streak. He had no idea about it until he got to third base last night after he got the hit in the Wilson Hall game. And, you know, his thing is, hey, let's just keep it rolling. So, did he get a hit tonight?
He did not.
He did not, but, you know, it's okay because it won't phase him at all. Right back to it. He'll probably try to beat it, you know, before the season's over with. So.